Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator and the last Monday in August. Today's stream, wheels are rolling, chicken lights glowing. And yes, we are out in the Kenworth T680 today. Right now we are sitting here in Phoenix. Our first load is going to take us down to Yuma. And not much has changed. We're still back here on the 1.32 beta. What is going to be a little bit different is we do have the MX-13 underneath the hood. That is only at 500 horsepower, so it is a PACCAR engine, 18-speed transmission. Bill, thank you so much for those kind words. So without any further waiting, we're going to climb in, get our butts moving down the road today. Yo, Kevin, how's it going? Now, if you guys notice, I do have a PeopleNet tablet sitting there. JB Hunt is one of the companies that uses those, and that is a electronic login device. So if you do want to get that, all you need to do is subscribe to the update interior-exterior rework model from Alexi P, and you can find that on the SCS forums. Sparko, how's it going today? And since we are in a crappy PACCAR engine, we might go ahead and get that changed. The Jake brake on these things are not very loud. This makes me feel like I'm riding in my brother's T680. That thing has absolutely dead silent inside. And definitely, since we're only at 500 horsepower, it's taking a little bit longer to get up to cruising speed compared to, say, the Volvo I was in yesterday or the W900. The day is going so far so good, and got some really good news from the hospital today with my mom, so that is very positive news. You don't need anything overly powerful to play, Bill. You could probably get away with like a Core i5, either of the generations, 6400, 7400, 8400. And minimum graphics card I would recommend would be a GTX 1050 Ti and 16 gigabytes of RAM. And I had missed who did subscribe there. I forgot to take a look over at OBS. I do want to thank you for that subscribe. You're meaning the engine I had in the W900, Sparko? You could even get away with integrated graphics. The Ryzen 2400 chips and up, I believe it, well, the Ryzen 2 that came out with that have the graphics cards in them. The, oh, what the hell are the name of them? Vega. That does have the graphics on the chips. You can get away with those. You're not going to be able to turn the settings up on them, but that is an idea. I would recommend a minimum Core i5 processor, either the 6400, 7400, or the 8400 for a graphics card, GTX 1050 Ti. If you want to go a 1060 route, you're going to be perfectly good there, and 16 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, that was the N14, the 2.0, 605 horsepower. Once we get over here to Yuma, I'm probably going to change out this engine, only because it sounds really weak. We might go ahead and put a C18 at 630 horsepower in it. Was that, when was that video released, Peterbilt? Are you running hood mirror, Sparko? Good evening, George. Oh, it's still a large car, but it's a very aerodynamic one. Doesn't need to be a 389 or a W900 to be a large car. I did not watch the video. I've been over at the hospital most of the day, so that would be a very good indication as to why. Brainy, how are you doing today? Yeah, we're going to make this truck sound really nice, though. We're going to stop over here before we drop our load off. We're going to get this engine changed out. No, it doesn't. I'm not sure why you're thinking that, George. Ain't owner-operators call their truck large cars? Hey, I'm an owner-operator, so I'm in a large car. let's go ahead and get this engine swapped out because that is too quiet. We're going to go ahead put this engine right in here. Do you run hood mirrors, Sparko? Steven, I used to, not anymore. What graphics card do you have, Sparko? That would be a good start out too, so I know what kind of equipment that you have. I still have my CDL in case it is ever needed. Yes, I do. Hey Miles, how are you doing today? No, what hood mirrors, not wood, hood. Okay, you're running integrated graphics, so chances are you're not going to run the game more than low settings. What do you mean by table, Kevin? Because I don't remember. Hey, Thomas, how are you doing today? Hood mirrors is they allow you to see basically what the little fisheye mirror would, but without having any issues. But the more that the video card has to render, the lower your frame rate is going to be. Where the heck should we go? Screw it, let's go up to Rice Aroni. Yeah, we just hauled butter, so the veggies pay a little bit more, so we'll go ahead and do that one. any truck is a large car, George. Owner-operators use it to describe a owner-operator with a lot of chicken lights. TopsideWolf, thank you so much for the host there on Mixer. I do appreciate it. And welcome to today's live stream. No, are you running them on your truck? Peterbilt, a very good question. I prefer the W900, but I think the 389 has a little bit more quote-unquote class and style to it. Sadly, none of the mods that I have will do that, Steven. I do have that on the W900, but that is the only truck unless I'm running Viper's Peterbilt. I have watched some of his videos. Yes, I have. Oh, for the tablet, the interior-exterior reworks pack. It is in the truck section on the SCS forums. Hey Martin, how are you doing today? Right now we are in Yuma, Arizona. And that's because those loads are only limited to Nevada, George. And the company has to be large enough in order to load the trailer. So basically you're looking at Sunshine Crops as one of the only places. There is one outside of Tonopah. There is another in Jackpot. Did you want power to spare, Steven, or did you want like bare minimum? Sorry to hear that, Martin. There are still a lot of bugs left to be fixed, Peterbilt, so this is only a guesstimation on my part. We're probably looking at another 2 to 4 weeks. If you already have 16 gigabytes of RAM and a decent processor, go out and grab yourself a GTX 1060. Oh, no train horns today. Hey, Jason, how are you doing today? Is your system a pre-built Sparko? Aramis, your guess is going to be as good as mine. Let's go ahead and do the move over law there. We don't want to give Smokey a blowjob. And yes, I know how bad that sounded, but it's not what you guys meant if you have a dirty mind. Whoa! Holy moly! And yes, my GTX 1070 is overclockable, however, I have not overclocked it. A pre-build off the shelf in a store. Whether that be like an HP or whatever else. Yep, I do see the FLD 120 was updated for 1.32, along with the Argosy, the 9800, and Viper's Peterbilt. Those are all beta builds. Once 1.32 goes live and their main mods updated, those beta builds will be pulled from the workshop. Acer was a computer control module that CAT added to their engines that literally caused a ton of warranty issues. Do you have a Best Buy near you, Steven? Yes, that pre-Acer means beforehand. What I would recommend is going onto their website and looking at their weekly ad. I took a look at that on Sunday. There was a decent computer in there for right around $700. I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, I wouldn't, I'd stay away from Walmart. My local Walmart actually is carrying 2 gaming computers, one from iBuyPower, one from CyberPower, but they're starting at $1,250. Hey, Speedy, how are you doing this fine Monday? Oh, are you kidding me? You're gonna stop right there? You idiot. Yeah, the AI in this game is so stupid. I've said it 100 times before and I'm gonna keep saying it. Yeah, that's why I mentioned the one at Best Buy for $700. They did have it in the weekly ad. You really don't need anything crazy to play the game. My computer specs, which are listed below in the video there on YouTube, that's just because I do other things that require the horsepower. And basically my 1070 blows apart literally everything here in the game. I can run everything on Ultra. Oh yeah, it is extremely warm today and muggy as hell. And tomorrow is going to be worse. I'm going to say absolutely worse because it's going to be 90. And it's never 90 here at the end of August where I live. Yeah, I'm not sure what Mother Nature is up to this year. The summer has been pretty much entirely rain, with the exception of maybe a week in the middle of July when it was pretty much 90 every day, and then it literally went right into the cellar again. I have never mowed my grass so much in my life than this year. I had just mowed on Friday, and here it is Monday, and it can be mowed again today. That might be the one that I'm referring to, Martin. I believe it's, if I remember, it's either iBuyPower or CyberPower PC. It's one of those two, but it's definitely a newer model. She is doing a whole lot better today. No longer on any IVs. They did a cardio version, which is basically they had knocked her out and shocked her heart to get her back into a sinus rhythm. Yeah, Mother Nature is just brutal this year. And we've got all the rain, and the West Coast is dry and no rain whatsoever. No, I didn't. I went that way for a reason. It cuts out that little town there, and a lot quicker to stay on 10 to come over to 5 to get on. And once 1.32 does go live, it's going to take Truckers MP probably, I'm going to say 3 days to a week to get fully updated. I'm hoping they don't cut out the trailer ownership on it. As of right now on ETS2, they are not able to run special transport. That's basically single player only. So that's probably going to happen with ATS once we get single player, but I'm hoping they don't cut out trailer ownership. The stock T680 along with the interior exterior rework pack, and I do have a dashboard mod in so I can see my speed a little bit better. Oh yeah, that blog post for Portland, oh my goodness. But Portland is filled with bridges too, and there's a the Willamette River runs right through the middle of town. So I could see why they had problems optimizing it with all that shiny water on both sides. I do not have a favorite car. However, if I ever wanted to own a car, we're probably looking at either a Bugatti or a Lamborghini. It's just a regular stock air horn, George. You've heard it a million times already. Yeah, exactly. I'll never be able to afford one either. About the only way I would be able to afford one is if I ever won the Mega Millions or Powerball, but I would have to play those first in order to even have a chance of winning, and I don't. We're in a dry van today. One thing I wish SES would do is the loads that are available for either the regular dry van and the insulated, they should make those available for the reefer also, since you don't need to have that reefer on. So if they would actually combine those loads, it would be perfect. And figures we've got to get pulled in to get scaled. I have done that several times with loads. . when we get to Texas that they will add a cattle pot. I did read something interesting the other day. Well, it's on the Steam discussion for ATS. There are pictures included that are in pretty much every single beta. But it seems like the next 3 states that we're going to be getting is Utah, Washington, and Texas. More than likely, that's going to happen once Oregon comes out. And the tankers that are in the game, the propane, the diesel, and the other tankers for like the aromics and things like that, that's going to be coming also. And hopefully, eventually, the trailers from the heavy haul DLC. I have a paper mill located near me. We do have trucks that go in and out of there all day long, but they're hauling wood chips for paper production. The logs themselves from the areas that they're logging, those trucks can go out of state, especially here in Pennsylvania. Exactly, LJ. That's why I did mention about the chip trailers here. They will go up to Domtar, which is about an hour away from me, and then the logs from the forestry that they're doing, they will ship those all over the place. We're going to still have Walbert, probably Sunshine Crops. You're going to have the, I want to say Bitwhip, but that's not it. But HMS will probably have whatever CAD is with the Real Life Logo 3D mod that I use, which I'm currently don't have installed due to some texture issues. We are going to have those, but they are adding several different logging companies in Oregon also. The thing there with that one, George, is they may be a day cab, but they're going from one place to another. You don't know where that driver originated at or where that load did. So assumption is literally you don't want to do it, because what happens is if you ever assume something, you make an ass out of you and me. I'm not sure where you heard that at, Peterbilt, but that is not the case. A lot of truck stops these days have preferred parking or pay to park, so you're guaranteed a parking spot. So a lot of guys will do that instead of having to drive around a parking lot for 15 minutes searching for a spot to park. Probably not, George, no. Make sure you keep that shiny side up, George. Now that load there is totally loaded wrong. You do not nose load a flatbed, you belly load them. That's one thing I really hope that SCS fixes. And darn it, we're gonna have to go by here. I am not cutting that driver off. Well, you're going to have a down payment and then your maintenance costs and everything, and then the truck payment itself. It can get quite expensive, so yes. And Kelly, it is not. If you checked yesterday's stream, I did have a link in the video description where you would be able to download it. I have no idea, Peterbilt, because I have not tried it in a long, long time. Hospital didn't have Wi-Fi there, Martin. More than likely either, I'm going to say Utah, although it's not confirmed, but it could more than likely be Utah, Washington. I doubt it's going to be Texas. Pavel did say during the ATS developer live stream they want to get rid of the hockey stick shape of the map. And after Oregon, that leads me to believe that Utah is going to be next. Hey Zach, how's it going today? Junior, right now we are up here in San Francisco. Yo, James, how are you doing today? Are you kidding me? There's absolutely nothing in San Francisco for a drive-in? Okay, just nothing at Eddie's, alright. I was wondering, what the heck? We've been delivering to a lot of Eddie's. Both of them today have been Eddie's. Let's go down to Oxnard and drop some yogurt off there at Walbert. 44,000 pounds. And George, now you know how I feel. Oh, great. We're forcing our way out here because I am not gonna wait. That's just the way people drive in the real world, too. Sadly, it's no different here. Although, I think in the game it can be a little bit worse. My main garage is in Arizona, and on this profile, I started this one, I actually was a mod testing profile before, so I didn't have any garages or anything, but I've added 7 of them since I started on the 1.32 beta. Hey Chris, how are you guys doing today? Alright, I'm sorry, there's way too many traffic lights in San Francisco. But nothing beats Red Light City, which is otherwise known as Roswell. T680 today. What the heck is this? Am my windshield gonna get all wet? No. Alright, but that is definitely a new random event. I am absolutely loving trailer ownership. One second here, guys. I dropped something. And don't need something underneath my feet or anything like that. Be a very bad idea. Take care, Junior. Now that would have been neat if we actually got water on our windshield from that. Oh, damn. I hope this is not having us back in on the inside. But we're probably going to go right on the side of that short trailer there. That's going to be my guess. Yep, actually right next to it. So, we're going to have to back out here. There's a rest area right up the road. We're going to have to go in there and get our butts turned around because I am not doing a blindside into this place. I did before a couple of times, Chris. There's no invisible, apparently there's an invisible wall there. Thanks for showing that. Nope, we're just on the base map today. Well, only about 45 minutes to get us loaded. That's actually not bad at all. If you look on the SES forums, Chris, one of the low boys has already been updated for 1.32. Even though it's a fictional engine, probably the Cummins N14 at 600 horsepower, that engine was never more than 525 in the real world. However, best sounding engine is going to be the 444 Cummins. Use the 625, Martin. Damn it, knew that was gonna happen. Got myself a driving award. Oh, easy, 18 speed. Don't matter if it's Eaton Fuller or if it's an Allison, just give me an 18. If you guys do want to see what gear that I'm using to, well, my computer specs are down below, but also the gear that I use for tracking, that is listed down below, but I am going to mention it here. The Thrustmaster T150 wheel, T3PA pedals, TH8A shifter, and sitting on top of that we have the Tech Affliction Mega Shifter. You ask, what's a Mega Shifter? It's a real-world American shift knob that's been converted for use on PC, and for head movement, we have TrackIR. Easy, W900. It don't matter if it's the A, B, the L, just give me a W9. Oh, that's easy, 359.
All right.
Frost, thank you so much for the subscribe. I do appreciate it. Yeah, with my real world driving, I did drive one of the R600s in the form of a dump truck, mind you, but that was literally the best truck that I've ever drove. Yeah, run the 625. You got the horsepower, you got 2050 on the torque, so you're going to be good to go there. I have driven a Volvo in my days also. This was back in the 90s. It was Volvo White at the time. I even forget the model of it, but it wasn't a bad truck. Now, where I live at in Pennsylvania, Chris, the majority of the dump trucks around here are Max. There's companies around here that do state contract for road work. A lot of them do run Max, and a lot of the local companies will run Max also. Although most of the owner-operators for dump trucks, they are either running a W9 or a 379. Granted, that's not their names, of course, but that's what the trucks do look like. I believe it should be, Martin. It's a straight pipe version, I believe, is how Viper has it. We're gonna have to get ourselves some, yeah, if I could freaking talk again. We're gonna need go-go juice here very, very shortly. Running any traffic mods, Martin? And thank you so much for the subscribe, Chris. I do appreciate it. Yeah, when Cat tried to make a engine with International, it was utter crap. It might be that there's new AI traffic that's included with 1.32. Even if you're at the dealer and one of those cars would happen to go by, that might be what is causing the crash. The real life logo and gas stations that I did have installed, I don't have that activated because that mod actually was making my game crash. Oh damn, we just got passed by a Prius. Again. And as always, guys, if you are enjoying today's live stream, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, slap that red subscribe button, enable notifications by clicking on the bell. Help the channel grow. Well, no wonder why Ahmed calls the car a lunchbox. No, I am not. Unlike Bucket, thank you so much for the follow on Mixer. Again, I do appreciate it. And thank you so much for the hosting also. Or Americanized versions of some of the ETS2 traffic. The name is Corda, and I am on the east coast of the United States. Uh, 2.7, Martin. No, I am in single player right now. Yeah, I've seen some of the pictures of that. It looks weird, but that is one way to get by California's length laws, that's for sure. And they are open there, and there's links down below in the video if you do want to donate. And yeah, I am in Pennsylvania. Yeah, don't think so. I am not doing a blindside back. That would be a fantasy engine, Martin, but you can use it if you'd like. Where the heck should we go? There we go. Let's take a load up to Tonopah. Now you guys are wondering, there's no tidbit in Tonopah. It's like, you wanna bet? And look at that. I did not have to back into a dock. And the reason why there is a tidbit in Tonopah, I am actually running a mod called Tonopah Rebuilt, and that is available on the SES forums. It's not, the link itself is not updated for 1.32, but just a simple change in the manifest file makes the mod work. It's Koda, K-O-D-A, yeah, K-O-D-A, if I could even freaking spell my name. But I did used to drive these trucks there, LFAM, and that's the reason why. We definitely need to stop and get ourselves some go-go juice, though. And that's not a good thing, Chris. And W900. If you're going to need the third axle down in order to pass inspection, definitely. Goran, how's it going today? Long time no see. I am doing awesome. Thanks for asking. And the gross vehicle weight is 80,000 pounds all over the United States unless you do have a permit. If I remember my weights correctly, it's been a while since I drove. Your steer axle is at 12,000. Your drives are at 24, and I believe your trailers can go up to 40 on the tandems. So that's max weight, even though it's or maybe it's 24. I'm trying to remember because it's been a while since actually that I needed to have this information, and I haven't asked my brother about this either. I believe front axle I'm trying to remember, and I don't want to give numbers because I know they're probably going to be wrong. I was probably right around where it should be the first time that I said that, and then I got to thinking, I was like, wait, that doesn't add up to 80,000. Thank you, Chris. I knew it was something like that. I knew I was close. I don't have an opinion either way. They both have their good trucks and, we'll say, bad trucks. But what truck that you drive and what truck you like is all a personal opinion. So to get what I would like best, you may not like. Alright, and there's the good old fill me up. We're gonna duck in there and get ourselves some go-go juice. Energetic chicken lights are pretty much all of the extra lights that you have on a truck. So we go to the outside. You see the striping along the cab, along the bumper in the front, and the extra lights on the trailer. Those are chicken lights. Anything that the truck doesn't need, minimum, anything extra would be a chicken light. And you have to forgive me about the axle weights. It's been 20 years since I drove. And when I did drive, I had a spread axle 48-foot 102 skateboard. And I was allowed 40,000 on the spread axle. I am using a mod called Interior Exterior Rework Pack. That's what adds the PeopleNet tablet there and the extra gauges there, and then the Kenworth where the GPS normally is. I do have that Kenworth display on there. If I remember, this is California Route 14. Yep, it is. Yeah, I pretty much play at least try to every single day. Streaming time is normally right around 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I do have some things coming up here in the real world starting very shortly. This is more than likely going to be my last Monday stream unless I decide to stream next week on Labor Day. Otherwise, my streaming, unless something happens in real life, is going to be on Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Fridays are going to be hit or miss, and definitely on Saturdays. And weekend streams can be earlier in the day. When I drove east of the Mississippi, so never been across the Donner Pass. The T680 itself, the regular dashboard on it, does not have a digital speed readout. All the other trucks do. Yeah, if you're not seeing wipers, that sounds like a mod conflict energetic. Yeah, holy crap. Learn to talk, Coda. Not this past summer, but last summer I went to Las Vegas and I drove out. And we got out to Denver, no problems whatsoever, beautiful weather. We get through Denver and start going up down towards want to say Aspen and things like that. Holy crap, on top of the mountain, it was 70 down in Denver. You get on top of the mountain, it's 20 and snowing like a banshee. Then you're gonna, if it's, try starting a new profile and see if the same thing happens. Otherwise, it sounds like you do have a mod conflict. Even though you remove mods, there are still traces of it left in your saved game files, and those can be a pain in the butt to trace. Did you remove any mods recently? Hey JR, how are you doing today? And yes, I want Oregon just as bad as everybody else. It's gonna be a while, Chris. It definitely sounds more like a truck mod than anything else that you're experiencing. Now, did you sell the truck off before you removed a truck mod? that might be what's causing the issue there, Energetic. Add that truck mod back in, and you'll probably get reverted. Your truck right now is probably going to be either a W900 or a 389 day cab. Put the truck mod back in and sell the truck. That is a lot of snow. Oh, I thought you had said you had truck mods that you had installed. If you definitely had the money, sell off the trucks and buy new ones, see if the same thing happens. Yeah, I didn't know that those cars were up there. We're dead if a car comes. Are you... Oh my goodness. You stupid AI. Yeah, let's all slow down and gawk at an accident. Have you tried verifying your game files? From Steam, right-click ATS, select Properties, go to the tab that says Local Files, and then click on Verify Integrity. Welcome back, George. I do, Chris, but barely ever use it. It's one thing to try. If you like country music, more power to you. I don't have any music going because I don't want copyright strikes. I really haven't stopped to look at the trailers, George, but they do look like they're still the older ones. That's awesome, Martin. Maybe you can sneak some info out of them. Just kidding. I do not, George. I'm not running any traffic mods. Start a new profile and see if it happens again, Energetic. If it's only happening on the one profile, then you're basically either got to find out what mod that you need to reinstall in order to get it working again, or you're going to have to start over from scratch. And I would love to get one of the ASP button boxes, but right now I don't have $250 to afford it. No, I haven't messed around on ETS2 a whole lot. The last time that I did was basically showing off trailer ownership, and I ran around in one of the new Scanias. Don't have a city horn, George. And that's my city horn button. My air horn button, which is on my wheel, there's nothing on it. Oh, I drove about 20 years ago. It's already been mentioned. Currently, that is correct. Hey, Stickman, how are you going today? Start a new profile, Energetic, and don't add any mods to it. Yeah, I am currently on 1.32. What you may need to do energetic is completely uninstall ATS and reinstall it. It sounds like if this is happening on the beta and also on, say, 1.31, something is definitely screwed up in your save file. Don't you be spitting on my truck there, buddy. Alright, but anyways, guys, I am going to get on out of here for the rest of this Monday evening. I do want to thank you for watching. Once again, if you did enjoy the live stream, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, slap the red subscribe button and enable notifications by clicking on the bell. You guys have a great rest of your Monday nights. Keep that shiny side up, and we'll catch you on the flippity flop.